What do you think cultural empathy is?
Cultural empathy?
Yes.
I guess it's being sympathetic to different cultures.
Hello, my name is Abe.
Hi, I'm Jaylen.
Hi, I'm Jhordyn.
Hi, I'm Carly.
For our project, we decided to look at the cultural empathy around Rochester.
We wanted to see how Rochester expresses culture and inclusivity.
By going to different places and conducting interviews, we discovered that Rochester is rich with cultural diversity.
So we want to introduce you to the culture of Rochester.
Hi guys, Jhordyn here. Join me as I get the scoop on the Red Fern, a very popular gluten-free and vegan restaurant, and expose their role in meeting cultural empathy. Gluten-free and vegan are not just diets, but very important lifestyles in today's age. I will be interviewing the woke founder of the Red Fern, Andrea, and get her experiences leading to the creation of her restaurant, along with her experiences after. Here's a little taste of her achievements in being able to supply safe, scrumptious food to a deserving population.
And one of the hardest things to do was to go out to eat with my friends and family without feeling, out of place, like a burden, like a stressor to the server. Just all these feelings of not feeling good when I'm trying to go out and nourish myself with my friends and family, and just being met with
I definitely
people that were stressed about making sure they could feed me food that wouldn't make me sick, or just not even wanting to do it. They didn't want to take the time to take care of me, so having that experience a lot of times going out to eat, I thought really restaurants need to be a lot more accommodating to people with allergies and special dietary needs, because they need to eat too. Especially on a day like today, Earth Day, they're starting to realize that this type of eating is really helpful for the planet and for your health, and for, the sake of taking care of animals in the same way you would take care of your grandma, This was only a couple of years ago that I went out to eat at a place outside of the city, and it was an Italian restaurant, and I said, "Oh, I'm vegan. Do you have any vegan options?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Here's the gluten-free menu." I'm like, that's not the same thing. Gluten-free, you can eat chicken, you can eat all this stuff, but so it really did show how much of a lack of knowledge there is in the restaurant industry. And I understand that, it's like another language to a lot of chefs, but it's necessary. There's a huge, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but there's a huge percentage of people that are either vegan, vegetarian, or have special allergy requirements. I feel like it must be at least 30% of people, maybe even 50, I don't know.
It is quite a
that are
bit.
either vegan, vegetarian, or have a special allergen requirement. At the beginning, we didn't even tell people really it was vegan. We would use words like cheddar, steak, and then we'd have it in small print. These all refer to our vegan substitutes, because we thought if people tried it with an open mind, they would be more likely to say, "Wow, this is amazing." And then you go, "Oh yeah, it's vegan," and they're like, "Whoa," So it's trying to surprise them in a good way, because people have a lot of biases to vegan food, or at least back then they did. Now I feel it's becoming a lot more normalized.
I decided to visit Rochester on the first nice day of the year to see where I could find cultural empathy. I drove around and found so many beautiful murals representing various groups of people that use art as a medium to express their values and beliefs. On my way to Park Ave, I passed by many iconic landmarks in the city, including the Liberty Pole, which was first created in Rochester in 1846 and has been a symbol of liberty and freedom ever since. I also passed by the Eastman School of Music, which is a world-renowned institution. When I finally got to Park Ave, I was blown away by the cultures that were represented on one strip of Rochester alone. As I walked down the streets, I found Furoshiki, an Asian fusion restaurant, Rue, a French restaurant, Dorado, which serves Mexican food, and Sinbad's, which is a Mediterranean cuisine, and more, all right next to each other. People from all different types of culture and backgrounds came to these restaurants to share and enjoy a piece of others' cultures, eat and sit in the sun, and some even brought their dogs. And just a recommendation, I tried the empanadas and queso from Dorado, and they were absolutely delicious. Not only did this one strip of restaurants create space for cultural empathy through its restaurants, but it also did through its stores. My favorite was Archimage. They sold goofy gadgets, but they also had many handcrafted and imported fair trade products that make the perfect unique gift. A few weeks later, I visited the Rochester Public Market. Now, if you catch the market on a good day, there are so many different vendors selling products that pertain to their own unique cultures. Now, unfortunately, I went on a Sunday and it was garage sale day, so there wasn't as many good things to buy. However, the market still creates a perfect place for people all around the city and the suburbs to come together and enjoy shopping, eating, and supporting small local businesses. Even though I didn't see my usual favorite vendors there, I saw many restaurants and food stands that locals have created to share a piece of their culture with the rest of Rochester. Just to name a few, Juan and Maria's Empanadas, Sherry's Polish, Ukrainian, American cuisine, and the Pierogi Guy are some of my favorites.
Jaylen and I next drove to Rochester and walked up and down Park Avenue, a street that has many different restaurants packed closely together. Originally, we were going to interview the owners of Dorado's and the founders of the Artisan Gallery, but unfortunately it didn't work out. However, we did find that Park Avenue has many different examples of culture and cultural empathy. We saw that to make people feel welcomed, many people had hung pride flags around the city and on buildings. There was even a pride crosswalk. I thought that as far as culture and empathy goes, we were doing pretty well. We also saw that there were a lot of different restaurants and businesses that appeared to be owned by diverse ethnic groups. However, one highlight of the day was that we got to have a quick interview with a photographer named Raphael we met on the street. He was interested in the camera and so asked us what we were doing, and we struck up a conversation. He generally didn't feel like there was a lot of cultural empathy in the city of Rochester, but he felt like it was important.
Hi, I'm here with, what's your name again?
Raphael.
Okay, and we're going to ask him a few questions about cultural empathy. Okay, so how do you see cultural empathy? Well, what does cultural empathy mean to you?
So I feel like, well, in our city, I don't think there's much of it, but I think it means a lot to me if we show it more. I'm Latin, so I think that I be showing my Latin traits sometimes, so I be dancing everywhere or just being super energized. But I think it means a lot because you have to show where you're from. You're not from a made-up city. You from your original hometown or land or some shit like that. So I'm from the island. I'm from the Bahamas where the sun's shining, the food good, everything great. But I think it's important that people show that more.
He mentioned he believes it's important to show the backgrounds of different people with regards to their cultures. He also discussed how culture and traits in America itself came from a diverse background.
As we should. We should definitely do that because the whole idea of life didn't come from one race or from, like, we all have a certain part in this and how we dress, how we act, how we do things in life. So and it comes from different cultures, so that you gotta appreciate that shit because without Jamaicans, without Chinese, without Japanese, there wouldn't be certain things like jerk chicken or fried rice. Does that come from China? Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we all love that. So why not just appreciate it more?
He's a super cool guy, and if you want to follow him on Instagram, his handle is at Mr. Levels. I do photography too, but I'm just like running this from the school.
After this, my Instagram is Mr. Levels. You guys can definitely check me out. This is fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm actually working too.
Straight up.
Well, I'm on break, so.
One place that we were going to check out was a cafe store called Jembetat, but they were doing some construction work. However, maybe it was good that we didn't. I looked up Jembetat online afterwards and found an article by a former employee that said that the business depicts an inaccurate and incomplete view on Africa to people that want to stay blind culturally. I thought that it had an interesting take because it shows that although many things in Rochester are foreign and different from what people are used to, it doesn't mean that their cultures are truly being taken care of. Sometimes it can just mean that a few people want to make a profit off of things that are other, as the article states.
Abe and I also traveled to Nino's, an authentic Mexican restaurant in downtown Rochester. We were immediately invited into this warm, kind environment. The two owners are brother and sister who immigrated from Mexico.
So we came to the U.S. because how can we explain to this?
Well, we came to U.S. because, obviously my father immigrated right here, I was in the 80s, and then my mom followed him, and then after that they worked really hard, to get the green card and everything, and obviously they brought to us. So we were young, and that's why we came here.
Gotcha,
yeah.
Gotcha.
We came in 2007.
Oh, cool.
They were very kind to us and showed a hard-working ethic. We interviewed them, and they told us about how they aim to create an inclusive and diverse community in their restaurant and help others experience authentic Mexican food.
So then did you found this restaurant, or how did this restaurant come to be?
Yes, I found this restaurant. So I found with a little mini taco truck. It was like 10 feet.
Right.
It was like a trailer. It was like a box.
Oh yeah. Do you think the food that you sell represents the culture that you're from at all?
Yes, pretty much the tacos.
Yeah.
Some dishes pretty much are 100% Mexican, but some dishes are pretty much let's say Tex-Mex.
Okay.
Because the burrito pretty much is like chimichanga, so pretty much it's like Tex-Mex. Nachos is Tex-Mex, it's not really Mexican, so but I would like to say it's maybe 80% authentic Mexican cuisine, and the other 20% is Tex-Mex.
Yeah, okay.
I feel about, empathy cultures. I feel like all the customers that we have in here is it's so different. I never see, sometimes some restaurants they have a specific customers empathy. For example, I work in a restaurant right there in Pittsburgh, right? And I see older. Most of the time they go over there, they are older people. It's only one kind, of culture, people. And right here we have young kids, family, we have Latinos, we have Black American people, we have a lot of culture here, and I feel that we pretty much have different cultures, and that's what I like about, my customers, because it's not only one type of, yes, it's mixed. It's great for me, so yes, to see so many people here, and different cultures in here. I feel like we have many diversity of cultures here. Yes.
Okay.
They even had on their menus translations for Spanish, which showed their effort to teach about their culture. And afterwards, Abe and I were treated to lunch by them, and the food was amazing. From my experience at Nino's, I saw that Rochester shows cultural empathy by giving all people the chance to showcase their culture and include others in learning more about each other's culture.